It's electric, feeling is amazing. If I got you in my life, it's a blessing. Anything you do, they impress me. If I do wrong, you correct me. Baby, you correct me. And I wanna be honest. I know we just started, but it feels like magic. Saying I only go day my budget, I wanna be honest. I know we just started, it's magic. Saying I only you to press my gadget, wanna make me fall for you, sure for you, yeah. Wanna make me fall for you, sure for you, yeah. The way that I'm feeling is amazing, and now you the bully in my antenna. You dey make me lose my stamina. The way that I'm feeling is amazing, and now you the bully in my antenna. You dey make me lose my stamina. And I wanna be honest. I know we just started, but it feels like magic. Saying I only go day my budget, I wanna be honest. I know we just started, it's magic. Saying I only you to press my gadget, wanna make me fall for you, sure for you, yeah. Wanna make me fall for you, sure for you, yeah. The way that I'm feeling is amazing, and now you the bully in my antenna. You dey make me lose my stamina. The way that I'm feeling is amazing, and now you the bully in my antenna. You dey make me lose my stamina.
Yes, you're still rocking with the Vibe Master DJ JD this beautiful Saturday morning in the city of Boston. I got my special guest on air right now, the man they call Lamboginny. Lamboginny, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, wild one.
You sound so relaxed. Black say just collect $1 billion check.
My Saturday morning now, person just chill, strategize and move.
I agree with you, my brother. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you guys doing? And thank you for having me this morning.
Yes. For those that don't know about Lamboginny, I know those people are living under the rock. But for the benefit of those that don't yet know about you, please introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, so my name is Lamboginny. I'm an Afro dancehall musician, prison reform advocate, and currently based in the U.S. I'm from Nigeria, born and raised in Lagos State, basically, that's why I love to have fun.
There's a lot more about this guy. He doesn't want to say it right now. He's trying to be humble. He loves to have fun. Definitely said that part, but he didn't go deep into it. Just dropped a new single as well. Prior to your new singles, you're dropping other songs, and you do a lot of motivational songs in relation to what you do already with United Nations. Walk us through that a little bit about what you do with United Nations, and especially during this COVID period, how were you still able to impact the people that you reach out to, which is those that have been behind bars. We don't know the reason why they are there. You're trying to get them justice exactly. How have you been able to do that during this COVID season?
Oh, good question. So due to COVID, this is the first time that the world was shut down on this magnitude. So everybody had to re-strategize, reposition their approach towards every single project. So for me and my family, the first thing we did is, because we couldn't travel, during the pandemic, in the heat of the pandemic, we started using our platform, to help, elderly people within our community here in America, people that were very vulnerable and could not go to the grocery stores. So myself and my wife volunteered our time to help such people go to the grocery stores, buy their food stuff, load up their fridge for free. We buy the items, we started off with our money, and down the line, people started donating. So whenever we help any family, it's just as a gift from, us and our donors to that family, which we later expanded to Nigeria. We reached out to a lot of vulnerable families as well in Nigeria while we were reaching out to the elderly in our community here in America. And in between, for the prison reform, there were a couple of young people that we were able to also help that were not meant to be sent to jail. We were able to help them by paying off their fine, because basically they were minor offenders, So we were able to do all of this and just, shine the light of laughter, hope, with the world through the platform me and my wife created on TikTok, which is called Ling and Lamb.
Right.
And for the UN, because a lot of things couldn't happen, the world was literally shut down and all of that. But for me, I just felt like regardless of wherever I find myself, that I will continue the good spirit of kindness, and inclusion wherever I find myself. So, which is exactly what we did during the heat of the pandemic.
Right. Would you say the pandemic actually made you concentrate on music very well? Because prior to the pandemic, you would have to travel, you have to go for meetings, you have to go to different states. How were you able to balance that with music at the same time?
So my music technically suffered a lot, because I was always on the move, and it felt like I never gave 100% of my energy to my music because I was involved in so many other things. But with the pandemic and finding myself in a position where I'm not able to move around like I would have loved to, it made me look inward, to, concentrate and focus on the things that truly makes me who I am,
Right.
And music has always been that thing for me. And during the pandemic, I also found out that music, can be used as a very, very major tool to reach out to millions of people
Right.
in their homes without me necessarily being there, and that really changed a lot of things for me, made me focus more on my music, which I'm grateful for, and I wrote Move, for example, the song. I wrote Move in the middle of the pandemic, where nobody could go out, I just looked, and it made me appreciate my family, my friends, and we were all just trying to figure out a way to just keep moving, and that was when I wrote Move. But I didn't put it out until just a month ago,
Right.
But that song was inspired, from the,
The
from the
pandemic.
pandemic lockdown, yeah.
Right. And during the pandemic as well, you were able to create a platform for yourself, you and your wife. I try as much as possible not to bring that in, but there's no way. It's also part of you as well. Sincerely, how's that also? Because I know there's no way you have millions of people on your TikTok and millions of views on your TikTok. How have you been able to use that to send message across to more people about the need for them to show love to others and for them to always remember that there are people down there that need assistance as well, compared to those that are privileged?
Also, that's a good question because every day myself and my wife receive tons of emails, messages, and people keep reaching out to us how our videos, because our video is all about laughter, love, food, pranks, it's a family-oriented, content,
Right.
So we have kids watching, we have people watch, all around age. We have little kids as young as 5 years old, excited, glued to our videos, and we have as old as 70 years old. So it's like we were able to cut across all age brackets with our videos, and just bring that joy in their homes, and that gave back to millions. Like we have over our videos have been viewed over 151 million times.
Wonderful.
On TikTok, we have over 100. We have over 1 million followers. Instagram, YouTube is growing. So like we are glad that people found a home, on our platform, basically. So this has been, it's been a great joy for us as well.
Right.
That we're able to share our experience and bring love and hope to people from across the world.
Right. And in between all of this, you guys sharing your experience and sharing hope and happiness and laughter to different families. How are you able to balance that with your personal lives? Because you are so involved in so much that you might not have time for yourself. So how are you guys able? And this is for those that are tuning right now that are, they are coming up as well. I'm going to get into the situation that you are in right now. Not a situation. They're going to be in the level that you're in right now. I would need guidance on how to deal with balancing business and personal life. How have you been able to balance them? And this now involves you being a UN ambassador, you being an influencer, and also an artist. How are you able to keep the balance outside of your family?
The good thing is everything I do is my family. So like the TikTok videos is our true experience, is our daily lifestyle.
Right.
So there is nothing. We are not doing anything that is outside of our normal life. My wife has been recording me since we started dating, because she just likes to keep the memories of all these funny moments and interesting, moments in our relationship. So that really didn't change anything. We're just living our life, So basically, it's just the fact that we decided to share it with the world, So it wasn't difficult to balance that because we keep it real. We keep it original. It's what is happening in the house that we record immediately and put out there. So it was easy for that to happen. And as for the UN, because I was a AFI representative, UN representative in New York and in what's it called, Vietnam, and the truth is due to the pandemic, some of my roles doubled down a little bit, So
right.
I've not been active in that aspect of things, and I just decided that, what, I think it's time to just focus on the creative part of my career, because that's still doing the work, being able to still bring joy through either Lingalam or through my music. And currently, it was easy to balance because my wife is always there with me. She supports me, and I support her greatly as well. And this is the life we chose, So this is our life,
right?
So it's easy for us to balance that out.
Big shout outs to Ling. I'm sure she's tuning right about now. She's cheering you up there.
Yeah.
Your number one cheerleader and fan.
I know, right?
Big shout outs to everyone tuning right about now. We were having conversation with Lamboginny, UN ambassador, Afro dancehall artist, and also a TikTok influencer. Let's go into some of your songs before we go into the most recent one. You did a song with Korede Bello, United Nations. Walk us through that song.
Yeah.
I know Korede Bello is your friend, your very good friend, but how did this song come about? What was the inspiration behind the song? I know, obviously, it has to do with the world and peace and love, but what was the thought process that went into producing and making the song?
So the good thing is, I wrote that song while I was attending the 68th Civil Society United Nations Conference in Salt Lake, Utah. The UN invited me to be one of the speakers during the conference, and when I got to Utah, I was just blown away with the beauty of the participants and people that have traveled from all over the world to be a part of the conference, And I was walking back to my hotel room the first day I arrived at night after greeting so many people and interacting with a lot of people, and I got the inspiration, to write the song. When I got to my hotel room that night, I recorded it on my voice note, called my producer that same night, sent it to him, and said, "Oh man, this just came to me, what do you think?" He said, "Okay, let's make a beat for it." So he produced it, he made a beat for it, sent it back to me the next day. I took a break from my conference. It was an hour break in between the conference. I ran back to my hotel room, listening to the beat. I started voicing the song immediately, I recorded the song and I sent it back to him. And later that evening, he sent the song back to me. It was mixed and mastered, So I performed it on stage at the conference, and it just took off from there. About a month or thereabout later on, Korede Bello also flew from Nigeria to New York to attend a few programs at the UN, because the UN had just brought him in to do few works with them for them in New York, and we met up. And while we were just vibing, he heard the song, and it was like, "Oh, this is beautiful," So we decided, okay, let me bring Korede Bello on the song, and that's how we brought Korede on the song. And he added his beautiful talent and contribution to it, and and that's how we made the song. And we're glad that the song was able to reach out to as many people as it did during when we put it out as well.
Right. Let's go into that song real quick, because we still got like 2 more songs to go. One song before the most recent song. This one is called United Nations by the man Lamboginny and Korede Bello. Did I get that name right, or is that a wrong name for the song?
Lamboginny.
The name of the song, United Nations.
Yes.
Right. Let's go into that song real quick.
I'm not leaving without you. Don't you leave without me. We can shine bright together like the stars in the sky. If I fall, please pick me up. 'Cause if you fall, I'll pick you up. We are stronger together. We are one forever. 'Cause I am you and me. Together we are United Nations. I am you and me. Together we are United Nations. I am you and me. Together we are United Nations. I am you and me. Together we are United Nations. Everybody. La 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 la. Can I hear you? La 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 la.
Yes, such a happy song by the man Lamboginny alongside Korede Bello. We'll let you guys go to stream that song on streaming platforms instead of listening to all that. But yeah, the whole idea is for you guys to go and add that song to your playlist, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This song I'm about to talk about right now, me and my friend always talk about this song every time. Condominized. I want to know what was going through your mind. What was the train of thought? What was going on around you when you thought about this song, Condominized? Tell us.
So I wrote Condominized in Ghana. I was in Ghana when I wrote that song, and it came as a strong inspiration from a project I was working on at the time, and I felt like sexual intercourse among young people, among youth, When I mean young, I mean youth. It's not being talked about enough. How do we help to avoid unwanted pregnancy or even the spread of STDs and HIV and all those stuff.
Right.
So I said, let me make a song, because sincerely, if you protect yourself while having a sexual intercourse, your chances of falling victim to all the things, reduces greatly. So I composed the song in Ghana, but it was just a freestyle, so I never recorded it until when I moved to the US, and I decided to record it and put it out, So basically, it was just a way of saying, wherever that song gets to, I'm sure somebody will hear it and decide to do the right thing and protect themselves,
Right.
Before they have any form of sexual intercourse, So you better condomize before you pum cha.
Yes, let's get to that song real quick. Condominized by the man Lamboginny. Vibes.
Lamborghini, you wanna touch every girl you see, but you're not ready for a family. You wanna give her a big belly with no future promises. Remember, once you press play, you cannot rewind it. Slow down before you run the red lights, commando. Condomize. Before you lose control, condomize. Before you pum check, condomize. Before you parangolo, condomize. Before you lose control, condomize. Before you pop champagne, condomize. Before you parangolo, condomize. You wanna light up your firewood and burn up the bushes. Fresh and clean, you wanna eat up them sushis. Not a Frenchman, but you distribute kisses. Not a math teacher, but you multiply x's. 6.9 minus 99 equals to minus 92.1. Angle to the right, angle to the left. Angle system equals to angle 9 months. You wanna risk it or over a shot? Whiskey. Fighting Goliath, no Devi. Risky. Boju eleba surulleri. Whiskey. Boju. Black Baja.
Yes, that was Condominized by the man Lamboginny. Let's go into that song, the most recent song you just released, Move.
Big chill.
The name says it all already. But I'm still going to let you talk about that song.
Big chill. Run it.
So people can understand the impact and the reason and the thought process behind the song. Walk us through it, Lamboginny.
Big chill. Like I said earlier on, I wrote that song during the pandemic, and the pandemic made me appreciate my family, friends, and the people very close to me. And at the same time, just wanted to encourage myself to keep moving, encourage the people around me never to give up on their dreams as a result of the pandemic. We have to just keep moving, and that's really what inspired Move. It reminded me of where I'm coming from, and where I'm headed, So whatever it is you're doing, you have to keep moving,
Right.
Nobody can stop you unless you stop yourself.
Yes, I agree with you. I believe that as well. Before I let you go on the show this morning, what do you want to say to those that are listening?
I just want to say thank you for tuning in this morning. Thank you for all that you also do. Continue to be the change you want to see. Continue to shine the positive light. Continue to be kind, and just live a happy life. Find joy in everything around you. Look, there is always an opportunity, to be a blessing to somebody around you.
Right.
Give the positive energy and just keep moving.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Let them know your social media as well so that they can follow you. I know most of them already follow you on TikTok.
Yeah, you can follow me at Lamboginny, Lamboginny. Lamboginny. Lamborghini. You know, hit me up, follow me. You know, and it's a beautiful ride.
Yes. Brand new music by the man they call Lamboginny. It's called Move. Thank you, Lamboginny, for coming on the show this morning. Afrobeat to the Bymaster DJ JD. The vibe is alive.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Glad to have you on the show this morning. Make sure you add the song Move to your playlist. Take a listen.
New music.
I give thanks in the morning for my friends and my family. Me give thanks in the morning for my friends and my family. So we pray for the week and we cheers to the weekend. One man can't change the world, so let nobody tell you you're not good enough. Buckle up, rise up, let them know you're a champion. Change the world, so let nobody tell you you're not good enough. Good enough. From the ghetto, me I come from. Nobody born with a silver spoon, so we strap up and we rise up into the future we dream about. Don't let nobody confuse you. Don't let nobody confuse you. Big up yourself and think of it. Make a table and feast on it. Move. One man can change the world. One man can change the world.
Spiroach Beat.